Well, good morning, everybody. It is Heidi Kaizen and Jamie Willett, and we are here at Hen and Chicks Studio in Conrad, Iowa. How are you doing today, Jamie?
I'm doing great, Heidi.
Are you feeling special?
Yeah, I am.
And I loved this morning when I was getting ready. Of course, it's always fun to have new clothing, right?
Yes.
So we have new Hen and Chicks Studio gear, but I loved because there's multiple colors. I put it with one thing, and I ended up with gold, right? Because I thought, oh, it kind of brings the gold out. I kind of liked that. And then you walk in, and you've got the coral, and you've got, and it just makes the t-shirt, I think, look completely different.
Yeah, and so what she's talking about is our new
Hen and Chicks Studio gear.
Really see yours as well as mine.
Yes.
So we're excited about that, and we just got them, and this is the first day we've had them, and so we had a pre-order, but now they are available online with that.
So if you put your order in ahead of time, we absolutely have your t-shirts ready for you, or we've even dropped some of those in the mail to you yesterday. But if you are going to be at the store today or tomorrow or the next week, and you want to check out the t-shirts yourself, that's really, and Jamie, not that we'd have to talk about our sizes, but I think sometimes people like to know what size are you wearing?
I actually have a medium on right now. I've gone between small and medium.
Because you talked about, and let's just be honest, it's one of those things, it's a little long on you. It's a little long on you. But then, of course, on me, I have the extra large, and I don't find it any extra light. You know what I mean? It's okay as the light.
Yeah, and it's more about what your comfort level is on that. But it would be great if I'm wearing something that I want to keep it out because it will cover the things that need to be covered.
Yes.
Tucking it in.
Yes.
Was a little bit more of a challenge, but hey, we're up for it.
Yes, but we're super excited about our new t-shirts and want you to be able to find those. Now, one of the things that we're going to start off right away here talking about today is that it is so much fun to share all of the things that we love here at Hen and Chicks Studio with you, and we would love you to share them with your friends. And so one of the things that you can do always to help us is to tag your friends. Put your friends' names in the comments right now. Tag them and say, hey, Wendy, I see Wendy, she's watching. Wendy might have a friend and say, hey, so-and-so, join in and watch. Or share the post literally. If you're on Facebook, you can do that by hitting the share button and share it to your Facebook page, that kind of thing. We appreciate that because we're in small town Iowa, but man, we go big. We go big. We love it.
And so before we get back to that, I want to give a couple things because we have a quilt review, and I'm going to slide over. Because here's a little tease on it right here. If you can see it just a little bit, we have a little teaser on it. So we have some new things. Oh, and some stuff with the All Iowa Shop Hop coming up in the program as you get going. So you want to stay tuned for that. But I want to go back and touch on what you were talking about if you share. Because, tonight we actually have a girls' night out here.
Absolutely.
And I think that is one of the things that that we enjoy. But as human beings, it's more, everybody wants a girlfriend. Or needs a girlfriend at times in their lives. Maybe you don't want them sometimes, but you need them. You need that person. So by you sharing, it's caring, right? Sharing is caring. That's like an old saying, but it's...
And I think we create our own community here.
Yeah.
And whether you are living physically in the same community as us or are simply in our community because you're part of the Hen and Chicks Studio family, we love that. And so we always are encouraging you to share. We're having so much fun learning about all of you in our shout it out question of the day.
Yes.
Now, if you've been on our website recently and you're like, why are they doing all of these shout it out questions? Well, we have, and if Jamie is going to grab, we have a new sew along project, and I'll take this. I'll take this because, and yours. Okay. And it is a free project that you can download right now. You can download it for free. It will say $1, but don't worry. When you go to the website, it will really be $0. It will be $0. If you've never downloaded a free pattern from Hen and Chicks Studio, you literally do have to purchase it and go through the entire process.
Yes.
And it looks like you're going to be making a purchase. You have to put it in your shopping cart. You have to, purchase it. But it's still $0. Basically, you just put your email in And then you're going to get, immediately after you purchase it, there's a button right below that says you can download right now.
And I think download it's linked, so that is
Yep.
it. But then there's
you get an email, and then the link will also be in the email. So there's a couple of different ways that you can get that, and it is the Shout It Out. So this is something like tell your friends that we have lots of free patterns, but this is our current sew along. And so when you talk about sharing and being a part of community and getting to know people, on a whim, we decided that we're going to do a Shout It Out question of the day, because it's that shout it out. I mean, like a good cheerleader would say, shout it out, right? You know, I mean, whatever it is that we're cheering for. And so we've posted questions about what tell us something about yourself.
Yeah.
And some of you, I love it. I'm just going to say, Carolyn, I'm blown away that you're a hunter. Yeah. And I think it's fascinating. And then, there was something about somebody's dog, and then there was somebody's flying, and it's been fascinating.
It has been. And I don't know, we find it just so much fun to read through and learn. And as you probably will too, because you start to make connections. And that is one of the beautiful things of technology, is you can make connections with other people and not be in the same physical location.
Yes, it's one of the real positives of social media.
Find something positive to say.
Positive about social media and the internet is that we can find our people.
Yeah,
we find our people. I love it. So every day I am trying to, at no particular time, just trust me, whenever I can, I am posting a question of the day. And it's going into our creative community, which is a great place to share. It's going onto our webpage, also our basic Facebook page, that kind of thing. So join in the fun and answer on Instagram, wherever you feel comfortable. That is certainly something about, I'll say, continue to help us shout it out. Now, if you want to participate in the sew along, you gotta know that this is a doable project. We've already got people,
had 2 people, at least 2 people that have shown that they're completed in our community, our Facebook community.
And it took me about 20 minutes in 2 days, maybe 30 minutes total. To combine. Okay. So like 45 minutes, I had the pieces cut out. I was using, in this particular case, I was using some pre-cuts, so it helped. But at the same time, maybe double that time if I was literally starting from scratch.
I think you can still do it.
I probably could do it pretty fast.
I think you could do it.
But anyway, it's a very doable project. We've got some fun things planned. The designer of this particular project is Sarah Maxwell.
Yeah.
And Sarah Maxwell is going to be live.
She's going to kick it off.
She's going to kick it off on Thursday. All Thursdays in May will be our lives. Thursday, May 4th at 5 o'clock. Tried to do it at a time when I thought maybe people would be home from work or could catch us at the end of the day. And she will be streaming with us live on Facebook so that you can learn more about what's behind about her and what's behind the design.
It's a creative conversation with her.
Yes.
I mean, more in depth than just this one. But if you would like to sign up, that you do have a sign up for that.
Do you have a sign up? And so it's not like it costs anything, but like, I don't know about you, but like I need that Google Calendar reminder. So it's that. If you want to be reminded that we're going to be doing that, then yes, you can go to the Shout It Out page. So henandchicksstudio.com/shout it out. All one word, no spaces on the Shout It Out. And there's a link right on there for the free pattern. There's a link on there to sign up for Sarah Maxwell's conversation. There's the link on there to upload your finished quilt top.
Yep.
It's all there.
It's all there. And Heidi, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people that look like they're sharing it with their friends.
Oh,
so that's
wonderful.
Really, thank you for doing that and tagging it. And also, Janine said that she's coming over, but she won't be able to stay for night. You know what? You're coming today. We'll be happy to see you when you come.
That's right. That's right. And so, yes, we've got a big day planned here at Hen and Chicks Studio with our mocktails and appetizers at 4 o'clock. And
I almost said mocktails and cocktails.
Oh, yes. No cocktails here.
Cocktails.
No cocktails here. Just mocktails and appetizers. We've got Natural Grind, Natalie from Natural Grind. Many of you in the area know her out of Grundy Center, and she is known for her energy drinks and her Hunky Monkey Smoothie Bowl, my favorite, which I will be getting soon, and the salads and coffees and teas.
And her approach with natural, I would say.
Yes, and good healthiness. You've talked to her about those kinds of things before in some lives. So she is coming with her mocktails. And then Ann McMillan, and a lot of our customers know her as well because she's also a quilter and rug hooker and retreater.
She's a new quilter.
She's a new quilter. Yep. And we're getting her in depth there. But she has been with Pampered Chef. Oh my gosh, close to 35 years. 33 years. So it was 1990. I was with her when she learned about it, and so it'd be 33 years, and that is wonderful. And she loves to cook, and she loves to help people cook and have healthy meals as well. Mm-hmm. And she's going to be here introducing us to some cold appetizers. So you're going to be able to snack and sample all up in the retreat center.
All fun. If you haven't been here before, great time if you're local to come join us. Annette, I know you've been here before. I know you're semi-local, Annette, but you no longer are local, although you were local at one point in time growing up around here. We're glad that you continue to support us from afar, which is great. But she says she's 2/3 of the way done. So
wonderful.
Hey, with your first shouted out, does that mean you have more than one in process?
Yes. I was going to say, it's the kind of project that is incredibly doable.
Yeah.
So anyway, we love that we're going to have so many people helping us with our sew-along or doing it with our sew-along. I expect the awards on June 6th to be very full. I'm excited about that. Yes. Very, very excited.
Yes.
Okay, so so much going on. We do have a quilt reveal that's going to be coming
keep
up.
On that.
But let's talk about the Iowa State Fair.
Okay, so ask a question if you want to know something about the Iowa State Fair, because something you didn't know about me, I haven't filled out anything to shout out, but did you know that I and my family are information volunteers at the Iowa State Fair? So if you have a question about the State Fair, we should be able to answer.
And you love to camp.
Oh, I love to camp at the Iowa State Fair. Yes.
Yes.
We love it. And if you followed along with Hen and Chicks last year at the fair, that was so much fun. So you can learn about the State Fair.
All of that information is still on our website. Absolutely. We should bring that link back up, because even if it's not fair time, it's exciting to go back and talk about the fair.
Well, why are we talking about the Iowa State Fair?
Because it is the featured fabric for the All Iowa Shop Hop. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is the All Iowa Shop Hop? It is a 2-month-long, June and July. It is a 2-month-long event where you can go to quilt shops across Iowa and shop hop. Now, one of the things that you might want to get, because it is a valuable resource, is the Shop Hop magazine. It costs $11.50, worth every penny, because all of the shops are listed, and I don't know if that are participating. Let me see if I can get to a page. Of course I can't. You know how that goes when you say, I'm trying to find, here we go. Okay, like for example, this is the South Central region. So it's all of the stores in this region, but literally it tells you their address, their phone number, their website, their hours, and if they're open any special hours during the shop hop.
And it also has some patterns. It says on the front cover there, I think it's 7 patterns included in that particular piece of it. Yes,
absolutely. And so it's a valuable resource, whether you're actually going on the shop hop or not. It is just a great piece.
Yes.
And so it would be fantastic for you to have as a reference guide or as a planning tool for.
Yep. And how do you want to get this? I'll keep talking about it because I want to show some things. So why does the State Fair have something to do with the All Iowa Shop Hop? Because the theme of the Shop Hop fabric this year is the Iowa State Fair. And I'm holding up a panel right now, and if you have ever attended the Iowa State Fair, this is just a little piece of it. It has all the different, like that's the horse barn, there's the cattle barn. So I'm going to go through and show you some of that. Actually, we only have 2 panels left of this, so if you're interested in the panel, I wouldn't sit on it too long. Our supply is limited of that, so that is the panel of it. But then we're going to go through, and I'm going to try to click through some of these so you can start to see them. And Heidi, do you want to show some of these as I'm clicking through them?
Because
absolutely. It's all about different places at the fair.
Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see. Okay, let me go to this one. This one I believe is called Attractions, because it literally has the words alongside of the building. So it says grandstands, giant slide, sheep barn, cattle barn, Pioneer Hall, livestock pavilion, and it is those are just a few of them, and it is just a fun piece that really has real representation of what the Iowa State Fair is all about, okay? And then there is a building. These are buildings, not so easily identified. Like I can see Grandfather's Barn is one of them. I'm not sure what's the other one. There's the tractors, but it's maybe if you want to say there's still buildings on the fair, but not as easily identifiable kind of thing.
Yes.
Don't have any names associated with it, that kind of thing. Okay.
And what they're going to see, Heidi, is I'm doing 2 scans per fabric.
Yep.
And so we have 1 yard cut available or
a fat quarter because we only have a limited amount of fabric. We're already sold out of one of them of the oh my gosh, why can't I say the one that we're sold out of?
Yeah, it's the...
I'll say it in a minute.
Yep.
But anyway, so like this is the campground. As you can see by just even my fingers being in the picture, that the scale of these prints are quite small. So they are quite small. That's the campground. All right, we've got horses with a cow and a pig in there.
So this is one of the times, Heidi, why I say that. We are selling the specific fat quarters individually online.
That's correct.
Very often do we
That's
do
correct.
this.
We don't do that very often, but yes, we are doing that now. Now, if you have you said that you cannot remove this fabric from the store?
No, I have not said that.
So here's one of the deals. The rules are we can sell this fabric, but we have to hold it here until June 1st.
Because we're rule followers.
We're rule followers, and we want to be good stewards of
very
our...
much grew up as rule followers.
That's right. We want to be good stewards of the All Iowa Shop Hop. And so there are red
and this
words.
One, and I don't know if they can see the words on that, but again, it's that subtleness of, and it has different words about the fair.
And then cream words. So same thing, I'll turn it maybe a little, and so it says Iowa State Fair, the Depot, Giant Slide, that kind of thing. And then some pretty trees, because I do think that's one thing about our state fair that is really pretty, is that it is absolutely a beautiful location. Now the one I have not shown you, because it is, I think, over there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about
the shop hop and how it works. So why would you go on the shop hop besides being able to see lots of different places and all the different participants in it?
Yeah.
But what's unique about it, you have a passport that you can get stamped.
Yeah, and the passport is inside of the magazine.
And you can learn more about that. But one of the things that's different this year is what they're doing for the participating stores if you're shop hopping and have a passport.
Yes. And so if you have a passport and you come in, you do not have to make a purchase. You are going to get an individual block. And they're already 3-hole punched. I think this is, interesting that you can put them into a small binder. And I believe there are some binders. We did not get them, but there are some binders available if you want something very specific. But we're block 57 to give you an idea. And like there's some general cutting instructions, but that is our block. That's going to be our block. And so,
because I'm a lover of the Iowa State Fair, of
all
course.
Things on a stick.
All things on a stick.
All
at the
things
fair,
on a
if you're
stick.
Not aware of that.
And so we have this adorable little kit. So if you're wanting to make our block, then which is in these particular colors, then we have it on a stick for you. And how much are they?
$5.95.
$5.95 again.
Or if you just want a cute little stick, I mean, you can buy it.
That's right. Now, of course, you can buy this right now and reserve yours because they will be limited.
Yes.
We're going to run out of fabric before we have everything. And pick it up when you really do come. Again, they can't leave the store until June 1st or after. But that is something that you could, if you want the kit to go along with the block. So we have a fun little bucket.
Dory, I love what you're saying. You went to the state fair on your honeymoon. That is awesome. Had you been there before? Because again, there's weddings at the fair during the fair. There's always locations there. It's so cool.
And Dory's also wondering how to get one of the panels.
Yep, I'll go back and
so we're going to put that up again because again, I think we have 2 left in our stash. And
yes,
we've got everything going with the Iowa State Fair. So yes, we could talk the whole show just about the Iowa State Fair.
And you know what, I do want to say, Heidi, we didn't think about this, and but last year we did bring back the Quilt Blocks of the Iowa State Fair book as well.
Oh,
so
yes.
we do need to pull that
we
up.
have that.
And you could, we don't have the SKU for you right now.
Yes,
but if you're interested in that, we'll
it's
get
on our
a
website.
Post on it sometime about it. But
yeah, that was
a great way to support the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah,
as well.
and that the proceeds of that book do go back to the Iowa State Fair. So yes. that is wonderful.
Yeah. Nobody's asked a tough fair question yet, so good job.
No. Okay, now, so we've also got the All Iowa Shop Hop June 1st through July 31st. We'll be talking more in the future about the row by row experience shop hop,
Would you like
which
to take that
sure, which will be from June 1st through August 31st, and there's a free pattern associated with that. It's
super
I've
cute.
made it. It's getting framed. We're getting the pattern done, but we'll also have that going on at the same time. So there's going to be so many reasons to come in June, July, and August. And pay attention to what's going on.
We always want to do that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a couple things, but we've talked about, remember we have our new t-shirts, the Iowa State Fair, we have Girls Night Out tonight, as always. And you know what? Maybe you missed your career as a model.
I should have been Vanna.
Maybe you should have. Yeah.
I could be Vanna. I could go turn all the letters.
Yeah. Anybody else want to do it? You join right in. Okay, but we also have this beautiful fabric behind us, and our quilt reveal is coming
here,
up.
We step aside.
Yeah, let me get out of the
way. Step
way.
aside for a second. When you saw, isn't this beautiful, beautiful fabric? We love all of the poppy cotton fabrics that are from Poppy Cotton. That is the name of the company. There are a few Wyndham's that from the Forget Me Not collection mixed in here because they look so good with those fabrics. But for the most part, what you're seeing here is all from Poppy Cotton. And we've shown some of the collections in the past, and there are so many pretty pieces. Like, you know what? Could we actually, let's pull up. This is still one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Sunshine and Chamomile.
Let's see if we can get it. There it goes.
Okay. And this is a great piece of fabric. First of all, I love the hexagons. Let me turn it this way. Or wait a minute. Now you're upside down. Sorry. I love the hexagons. That's the first thing I love. Then I love the chicken and the cow. The strawberries. It is an absolutely adorable piece. And that is wonderful. And Dory is asking a tough question.
Okay.
How do you get a campsite?
Oh my gosh. Well, at the fair to get a campsite. So it's like on a 15-year wait list if you want to get a permanent spot. But I want to tell you, you can always show up. There's always camping spots available and unmarked spots. And there's what is also called an overflow. It's just you may not get electricity or sewer. I don't have sewer there. I just have electricity hookup and water, but no sewer. So you go to the bathhouse. But if you want a tip, wait till after the first Wednesday of the fair. So the second, that's when campers start to pull out. More campers start to pull out. So there's always camping available. It just may not be a reserved spot. So yeah. And if you need more help with that, you can call me. I'll give you all sorts of things. Yes.
Yes. Very good. Okay. So many different pieces. So we have Sunshine and Chamomile. Should we pull out this pretty flower too?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, here's another piece. This is another piece of Sunshine and Chamomile. And it is oh, there we go. I think you got it. Yep. You did. And it is just a sweet daisy. I think this could be, just a fun border, all sorts of different things that you could do with this particular piece.
And now one of the things too, where I'm going to stand here, another red, that's from a different Poppy Cotton collection. This is from Farm Girls.
Farm Girls, I think it's actually Farm Girls Unite, and it has kind of a bandana theme, but I think so, I'll say updated. So then imagine, you literally could put these two together from two different collections and they look great. That's what I kind of like.
Which is kind of why we like all this Poppy Cotton. They play well together.
Yes.
Very much so. And,
yes.
And then another thing that is really good, unless that works well, let's pull up this because we're on red.
Yes.
So she also has
the complete, it's called Country Confetti, and it is a little dot, if you can get a feel of that there in the screen. It is Country Confetti is a whole, this is called Red Speckled Hen. Love that. and it is a complete collection of basics in a variety of colors.
So let's take a different one. Like here's kind of a unique one.
And actually, let's do that one too. So here is the green. This is called Shamrock Green. And then one of our favorites is, this is Marshmallow, I believe. Let's see if it did.
I did it before. I already scanned that one.
It did.
I did it before.
Oh, you did it before.
I already went past it.
Oh, you've already gone past. All right. So this is Yellow Waffle Cone.
I'll go back and do the white one again.
Yeah, do this one again.
But they're great for backgrounds or accents or even piecing. So that's why we like these little dots very well. Did it come up or not?
Yeah. Okay. No, that one did not. So one more time.
It came up earlier. I saw it.
Oh, now I moved.
Well, maybe. We'll keep trying. Sometimes they don't agree. Sometimes they don't cooperate with us.
But the idea is that it's a basic that can be used in so many different ways in so many different projects. They just have a little bit of tone to them, but they're not. Are we dropping stuff?
That's all right. Heidi, let's do this because here's a good way to show all of them.
Absolutely. So this is our fat quarter bundle of all of the country confettis that we have, and it is just a great piece. So this one has 11 fat quarters, $38.50. So it has everything from the black to kind of a dusty blue, the marshmallow, all of them. Several that we've shown, plus additional ones, and again can be used in a variety of different ways. Okay. So and then let's just do these. Okay, so I'm going to do, this is Sunshine and Chamomile fat quarter bundles. We divided them into 3 collections. So we have yellow, red, and navy. Okay, so if you bought all 3 of them, then you would have every piece in the collection, not the country confettis, but you would have all the major pieces in Sunshine and Chamomile. So there, for example, you can see that's the yellow bundle.
And I apologize, Heidi, that's one we're going to have to look at. And no image came up on the
yes, on the screen. So if you click on it and add it to your cart, you would certainly then be able to see the image on our website when you get to our website. And if you've never done any of the comment sold kinds of things, when we're putting these up and a number is popping up in the screen, it simply is a way for you to very quickly be able to add that item to your cart. It doesn't mean that you buy it. So if you say, you know what, I want to check that out, I want to look at that more.
Save it for later.
It's okay. You can write sold and then the number, and then you'll either get a message in your inbox or in Messenger, or it will add it to your cart if you're on our website. And so definitely can go either way.
I'm going to bring out this Farm Girl Red because I want to put this up with one so you can see
Okay, so this is Farm Girls Fat Quarter. It's the only fat quarter bundle we have left of Farm Girls in the red collection. And so that's the only one we've got left in that sweet red. But so like Jamie is saying, so if you mix it with Sunshine and Chamomile red, then you would be able to just really expand your project. And even just looking at the 2 back fabrics together, just love the look. So that is wonderful.
Now, our newest Poppy cotton collection,
is called Poppy's Patchwork Club.
And I'm just gonna kind of go. You love this by the second it came in. Glare.
Isn't that funny? I'll stand and block the glare. Okay, well, I'm going to show this one, and look at this. So Poppy is obviously the rabbit, but he has his own patchwork club, sewing club, and so it's got bunnies, it's got vintage sewing machines, pin cushions. It's just an adorable little project, little pattern there. So that is the, and it comes in various colors.
And I'm just kind of scanning through.
So like, these are 2 of the colors, and actually here's the 3rd. So this one, so we've got like pink, yellow, and a green of just that particular pattern, if you like that particular thing.
And the nice thing too with it is there is some smaller scaled prints as well. So more of your tone on tone type print.
And the tone on tone is really nice because it is, again, it's very usable for a variety of projects, not just one in particular. So that is, it is just a great little.
And I just scanned up this. We love a good stripe, right?
Yes.
So I just put that one on there as well. That as well comes in a couple different color categories. We can't scan through every single fabric because it is a large collection on this one.
It is a very large collection.
But it gives you an idea of the collection. So now you can go peruse and dream of maybe how you would use it in something.
Yes. I think that it might be time.
Is it time?
Time to unveil our new project. Okay. So let's show this first.
Okay.
So that we can show, okay? So this is what we started with. We started with a collection of Poppy's Patchwork Club fabric. So in here these are all the fat quarters that go with this collection.
Never mind me.
Nobody was hurt. It's all good. And then we also have a wonderful collection of white prints that go really well with all of these. So these aren't all necessarily from the Poppy's Patchwork Club collection, but rather they're pieces that we felt went really well with it. Okay, so there's a lot of different whites in there. So you've got some choices of what is there, okay? And then we found the pattern in our very fun, very favorite Scrappiness is Happiness book. And it is a great book with 32 scrappy quilts. We've made several, and we're going to show you in just a minute a couple of more. But we could not resist, and I should have looked at what page it was.
It's towards the back somewhere.
I think it is. Hold on, we're gonna.
And if you haven't seen this book, I highly encourage you because it's one that even if you didn't want to make anything, there it is.
Yep. So then we found this particular pattern, which we thought was perfect with the sewing machines and the Patchwork Club. And oh my gosh, we could go through. I thought, I'll put a sticky note on every page that I like, every project that I like. I have 32 sticky notes. Okay. All right, here we go.
All right.
And ready? Look at this adorable finished quilt, featuring Poppy's Patchwork Garden and the Scrappiness is Happiness sewing machines. It is just adorable. You can't help but smile and be reminiscent of all of the sewing that you love to do.
And one thing I would like to point out about this, Heidi, is, and we used some of Poppy Cotton's other fabric collections in here, like with the dots and such. One of the things that makes us, I think, that we talk about is our kits are always going to have enough fabric.
They're ample.
If you make a mistake. On this particular one, because you're getting a fat quarter of each of the colored prints or the focal prints, you have so many options. There is enough for you. If you wanted them to be more on the blue side, you could pick more of the blue. There, you could use more. So your quilt would look totally different than our quilt. And you could lay your colors out in different ways. So there's all different sorts of possibilities for you to customize this. I promise, even if you tried to make it look just like ours, it wouldn't look just like ours.
It would be very difficult because it is a wonderful scrappy pattern. Mm-hmm. It is a fun collection, and even I'm going to say this is why I always feel like our kits, and by all means, this one I would say is extra ample. Okay, extra ample. But in general, Hen and Chicks Studio always makes sure that you have enough because, like last night, okay, we've been discussing early bird and night owl, right? Okay, I'm an early bird. I should not have picked up the rotary cutter last night.
Oh dear.
Because I was cutting a charm pack, and I was so into how I need 2.5-inch squares that I cut the entire thing into 2.5-inch squares, and I didn't need that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, I was trying to figure out how I was going to put it back together.
Have you ever done that before, where you've cut? I did that one time. I was busy cutting away, and I wasn't using a charm pack, but I was cutting, and I picked it up, and turned my stripology ruler and cut, and now I have 150 2.5-inch squares that I didn't need. So now I need to find a project to do with it.
And it's one of that's the worst feeling. And so again, having a little extra fabric to play with is not a bad thing. In this particular case, there is enough white fabric that you could have added the border. We chose not to, but there is enough fabric in the kit that you can add a border. You could even do a fun patchwork border to make it bigger if you wanted to.
I think it's fair to say you'd have enough left over that you could make you'd have some scrappy stuff that you could make some table runners or even a pillow to match, some other things like that. So again, we'd like to give it the ample. And Tracy, thank you for sharing it to your guild group. We really appreciate that. We would love, someday maybe we should take our trip. A road trip.
Yeah, you always are working on that travel budget. Well, Minerva is posting that she is, it sounds like, just finished with her Scrappy Crossroads out of this book, which is a great segue.
Which is also what's on the cover here. But I want you to pay attention because this is the cover picture here. And notice they use, again, they use whites, totally scrappy. That's why we love this book. Lots of whites with color. But I want you to look at the difference because we're going to actually pick up and move here.
Yeah.
Because I want you to notice the difference.
And the other thing that we always say is we're trying better. We're trying to always improve how we write what is in the kit so that if you go, I love the fabrics, I love the choices, but I want to make XYZ, that you'll be able to look and go, hey, there's X number of fat quarters, there's X number of this, and yes, I can translate that to a whole new pattern. Okay, so we're going on a little road trip. Okay, so come on over.
We see a little bit of our store as we're moving because we never want to move too fast to make you dizzy.
Yeah. So we love this book, Scrappiness is Happiness, 32 projects. We have more in the works, but right now there are 2 store samples that are hanging in the store here. And the one on the left is called, the fabric is Sugar Cube, and the quilt pattern is Scrappy Crossroads. And so this is the kit that you get with all these wonderful Sugar Cube fabrics, and then the blue fabric that is the background fabric, if you want to call it that. Excuse me.
And I want to say on that one in the book, again, it had a border on it, but we just loved how this just, it just plays without the border. Yeah. Of course, you could add it. Love the way this one, I really love the way that one came out.
Oh, it's very classic again. To me, it's a very classic. And then on the book, on the front cover, is also the Scrappy, Happy Trails. And it is another great project that is in that book. And Practical Magic is the fabric collection. That is an Andover Adidas Sitar fabric collection. And you can see it over here. It is absolutely a great pattern as well. One of the things I think that is interesting is that there is a large floral in this collection. Like you can see it right here in the fabrics. And we weren't afraid of cutting it up in this particular example. And so that floral is cut up and featured in these blocks. We talk a lot about sometimes that you don't want to cut them up, but in this particular time, we did choose to cut that fabric up.
Yeah.
So that is another great project out of that book.
Yeah, and I'm going to back up here a little bit so you can see both of them side by side.
And then get out of the way.
Yeah, do you want to grab that one, though, and hold it up again so they can see it on a full... Sometimes we know we don't get the whole picture for you, but this gives you an idea of... And you're doing it the right... Good job, Heidi.
Did I do it? Am I right?
You did it the right way. So isn't that fun? Again, can you imagine it with anything? And Heidi, I would be fair to say, because we use fat quarters, they could transfer that into one of these other... that we've shown as well.
Oh, and can you imagine this collection also in either of those? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They would be very good. So that is the project. Those are 3 projects out of the 32 that are in this particular book. And so it's a book that has a great amount of value, and we love that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at our list, and the other thing I just wanted to show you, and maybe this is where we'll end today, is that you want to just turn the camera one more time. So we've been talking about how fabrics do work well together. And this is another example of the poppy cotton fabric and how we mixed it together in a free pattern. The pattern itself is called All Natural, and it is a free download on our website. And so that's AU and then natural. And so you can download that free pattern on our website. And we went ahead and mixed some of those different poppy cottons as well as the Forget-Me-Not collection, because it's just they're gorgeous.
And there's some Farm Girl in there, I see.
Oh, there's Farm Girl, absolutely. And this one is chamomile,
yep,
the Sunshots, the red one we were showing
they
earlier.
Play well. They play so well together.
Yes, and Forget-Me-Not is a collection from Cluck Cluck Sew out of Wyndham Fabrics. But it's amazing how those collections really do work very well together. So certainly another. So
there is a free pattern, but there is also, we did go ahead and make a kit of it as well.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
It helps to see the variety and how they all kind of just go together.
And so
I love how that worked.
Yep. So if you purchase that, then the free pattern is coming in there as well. But look at how they all play in there.
Well,
this is again another great example of playing with fabric and mixing collections.
And can I give a shout out to you, Heidi?
Yeah.
On this one?
Sure.
Because you actually did this one as
I
part
did.
of working with half square triangles.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. We did a little demo several weeks ago because some people are nervous about doing half square triangles, and there's different names for them, but triangle squares, half square triangles, whatever term
pointy
you use
thingies or whatever.
Yes. But this is a project where you can really gain the confidence that you need in learning how to mark them, cut them, different tools that you can use, kind of thing. So yes, it's just a great project to practice on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So Heidi, I'm going to put you on the spot too.
Okay.
Because do you have a shouted out question yet for today?
Yes, and I posted it.
And now you can't remember?
You think about it. Oh, I did. I do know.
Okay.
The shouted out question for today is, because I guess I'm getting excited for the party, is that I said, what appetizers do you like? Because, and it's so funny, like, I think it's, I mean, I don't know about you, but like, some people probably think, like, they have appetizers all the time. Well, sometimes it's just fun. And sometimes it's that feeling of, like, when we're busy preparing a meal and it's taking a little while, and the Indians are gnawing at mom to when's supper going to be ready, that having a little appetizer can stop them from being quite so hungry, but be able the hangries. And so it can be as simple as, this is where appetizers can be as simple as cheese and crackers. Right. I mean, my favorite. Or actually, one of my favorites is like an apple or a pear with a piece of cheese.
Oh yeah,
love that. I mean, like, to me, that's an appetizer. That's acceptable.
Yeah. And so, if you're a fancy appetizer person, I mean,
like if you get like brioche or fancy
share
little.
Share that idea. Share pictures. Share recipes, because we all need inspiration. Yeah. And I'm gonna give another little shout out too, because we don't have a click for this, but in this book, who doesn't like some new and fresh ideas?
Yes.
And this is what you did.
Yeah, this is Second Harvest, and Anne, who is coming this afternoon for Pampered Chef, is my cousin, and we have a third cousin, Kari, from St. Ansgar. The three of us followed in the footsteps of our mothers, who are obviously sisters. And in 1996, they did their own cookbook called 3 Peas in a Pod, kind of in honor of their mother, who, our Grandma Maureen, was just a wonderful cook, kind of thing, in addition to being a beautiful quilter. And so we decided it was time to redo that. And so you have the appetizer page open.
You actually have 10 pages of appetizers.
Oh, yeah.
Friday.
Oh, yeah. And like, there's a hamburger dip. There's a hot hamburger dip that I love that's in there.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the Midwest corn dip? Hold on. Where's the Midwest corn dip? Hold on. Is it the first? Hold on. Keep going back. Yes. The very first recipe, the Midwest corn dip. Fix it once, and you are never going to go without that appetizer at an event. Never made it. Because it is, and it's good. It's like, you know how they say like cracked chicken or whatever. This is that. The Midwest corn dip is exactly that. It's like, and you can the first time, this is more information you need to know, right? The first time I heat it up and get it hot and bubbly, right? Yeah. And then it's good cold.
Whether it's
you know, and the next time, then if there's leftover, it's good cold.
Yeah, you can do.
And I like that. I like that being able. I'd even put it on top of my spinach for a salad,
and just like a dressing,
like dressing instead of It's very very good.
Yes.
And if you have fresh sweet corn inside of that, that's even better than canned corn. Do you know what I mean? Like you can start, I would say, upping your game with that. But I love the Midwest corn dip in the cookbook. And it's only $14.95. Second Harvest, if you type it in on the search on our website, you'll be able to find that.
We went rogue on that. Nothing that we planned on. But you know what? It goes with our question of the day. So again, the Shout It Out is all about our sew along.
Yes.
For the Shout It Out sew along. And then we have a Shout It Out question of the day. And
that has nothing to do with anything.
Just for fun. And the Shout Out question of the day is...
What is your favorite appetizer?
You can answer that in the comments, or we did a separate post and answer it on the separate post as well.
And it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, it's in the creative community.
That. The more people we get, it doesn't matter if you're participating in the sew along or not.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, Heidi, you know what? I think we better. We have a busy day. We better get busy, but I think I need to start reading some recipes. So sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, we're so glad that you are with us today. That you've been hanging out there with us, and we hope that we'll see you at the store sometime, whether that's in person or online. And until the next time, be creative.